and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. On the run, it's Frazier. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
On target over the middle. Play for the first down.
That's a great example of him understanding where everybody is on the field, because that wasn't the guy he wanted to throw it to, but he knew he was going to get hit. He had to get rid of it quickly, dumped it off, and he let his guy go make a big play for him.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Quickly out to the tight end. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance.
They've got the play, bottle up, fumble, it's out. Defense falls on the ball. Turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Humphries. Tackled there by the defense. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal of where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Georgia! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. be a draw. Thrust that arm out. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
To the ground. He's got it again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Seminoles in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Right down the middle. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
The Noles will come to the line to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
Makes the catch. It's Jacobs. Made a defender miss. Oh, the ball's out after that big play. And the defense got it.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the ground with the back. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Man, he's got 45 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Toss sweep to the right. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Makes the grab, it's Wilson. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be.
He unleashes a long one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining the ball over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. He now has 61 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Hauls it in. Touchdown Seminoles. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this.
There he goes! And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Finds a tight end. Out of bounds, right on the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. The give to the back.
And that run really didn't go. lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback making checks. Back to pass, it's Stockton. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Down, he drops the throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the catch. Can't quite cross the frame to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
And the Dogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to pound their way in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. And he will score! Touchdown, Dogs!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Penn State is currently trailing in this one, but there are more people in Beaver Stadium today than most American cities. The crowd alone can help turn this game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to SMU. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Makes the catch. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but
makes the grab on the left side. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. first down. Quarterback moving. Fires downfield. Grabbed over the middle. It's Polk. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a one-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Buys a little time. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Looking downfield on first down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got him this time. There he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now first and 10 from the 29. Makes the grab. It's Jacob. Ripping up the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on first and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Webster. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Back to throw. It's Berry. Quickly complete. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Back to pass on second down. He's going to let it go. It's him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, no. A great catch and run for 6.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picks up the first down, still moving. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
The Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. They'll ride Davis here. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Berry. Snagged out of the air. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Seminoles will hustle to the line. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Seminoles.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
The quick out. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Got his man on the right. That penalty cost him a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To throw, it's Stockton. Pocket breaking down. Makes the catch down the right side. Turning it on. Touchdown Bulldogs. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
I like you're backed up towards the end zone and you go aggressive and spin the football. Try to make the big play. And do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Ohio State is in front. They've led for most of the game. However, Brutus isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 11 over Texas. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Sweet cut there. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Davis. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Got out of trouble and throws. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. That's a foul on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, and they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Unloads it left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
To the air on second down. Finds his man. It's Polk. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Now on first down from the 43-yard line.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
The quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
On 2nd and 10, 4 wide out set, trips right. They'll run play action. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the 3rd. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. offense in a bunch formation. Trying play action. Gets it out fast. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
To the air, it's Sperry. Fires to the wideout. He caught it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. Pushes ahead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Ahead. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. Not able to get it in, but there's not much downside in trying to punch it in on 4th down.
I agree. This close to the goal line, 4th down, 4th quarter. This is a big moment right here. You be aggressive. You find that play that you really believe in. Try to go for it. Try to put some points on the board.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Florida State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a crease. It's Frazier. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Catch in the middle. It's Jacobs. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 40 This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the running back from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They try to pop a run on the draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and then the offense has a negative.
Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, now 4th down in your own end. This much time left, do you trust your defense to get a stop? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. If you don't, then you need to go for this right now, and you need to try to go win this game.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. This time he's got it. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
The Dogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. So here it is, plenty of time to go and an opportunity to move the ball down the field and win it, David.
Yeah, and you rep this every single week. The 2-minute drill, you got to be precise. You know exactly what your favorite plays are, Palmer. Go down the field, get me in freedom.
And it comes down to the awareness, right? Especially at the quarterback position. You're understanding the timeout situation, working the boundary in the sideline. What's the clock showing me? It all comes down to this.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you got to think about when you want to use that final timeout, when you're going to clock it. Every single second counts. You need a field goal to win, but you got to manage this clock.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Dropping back, it's Berry. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Wilson. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. The play action fake. He'll take the deep shot. Touchdown, no! They move on top here on the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Lost a throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, and that's a reason